Welcome between these hallowed hedges. Sanford Stadium in Athens, Georgia, home to the Georgia Bulldogs. Where they've had a little chicken, they've had a little drink, and friends, it's time once again to let the big dogs eat. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration. Senior Day. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. So Georgia Tech's offense will have plenty of work to do after that return was bottled up. There will be some clean, old-fashioned hate on display in this one, guys.
How cool is that, by the way? That's the name of the rival. When it comes up, clean, old-fashioned hate. You think they like each other? Absolutely not. Bragging rights all through the state of Georgia.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one. And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Bulldogs offense will have its first possession of the game. You know, yards figure to be hard to come by through the air, but some quarterbacks, Jesse, just love to go at the star corner.
Yeah, and this guy's got confidence. He's not afraid to go at anybody, but he better be careful because this cornerback is one of the best in the nation.
One of the best, no doubt. I think they will trust him on defense to make plays. So you got to make a decision. Is my guy good enough to beat him on the outside? I am fascinated by this matchup.
Well, it's an electrifying run. And you think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs. Herschel Walker and his Heisman Trophy. No Sean Marino. And how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy could have gotten to that rotation, though, because he's got those types of skills.
It'll fall incomplete. A little creativity on 1st down, but it doesn't work. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The play action fake. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. This is a 3rd and long.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
That one comes out hot down the right side. And that pass intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. The Yellow Jackets come to the line in the hurry-up.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Throws to the wideout. Finds space on the right. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another 1st down. He's looking to throw it. Caught in the backfield, it's Smith. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. They'll run this play from the pistol. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Tight coverage there. Did not stop him from making the grab. It's 1st and goal from the 8. He wants to throw it. Into the end zone. Fires the pass. Intercepted. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. Quick pass on the fly motion. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Now on 2nd down. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back.
False start.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now facing 2nd and 10 from their own 1, and the defense frothing to keep them bottled up. They'll run it from the gun. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on 2nd in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up 3rd and short.
You've got a 3rd and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. He'll have the 1st down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stops.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. The Dogs left no doubt about who is king of the Peach State the last time these two met.
Yeah, it was a beatdown. It wasn't close. And listen, Georgia's had a lot of wins in this series. Georgia Tech's going to need to find some confidence, some belief. Something needs to go good early because Georgia has owned the upper hand in this series.
He finds his man. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play. The Bulldogs are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab down the middle. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. Dogs pick up the 1st down through the air, and the Georgia faithful starting to howl and bark.
And we've seen that in the past with Georgia. Maybe you get a little bit conservative, a little bit too much reliant on great defense, run the football. The reason that they broke through, the reason they started winning championships in the recent era, they became more aggressive, more dynamic throwing the football down the field.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Tackled immediately after the catch.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a man. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you could tell just a little bit off, and the defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
He's knocked down in the backfield, a swarming defense, and he'll lose 7. And they've converted their first 2 third-down opportunities, but a 3rd and long is a different animal. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Fourth down, and they've got to get it to the next time zone, but the offense is going to stay on the field on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Blasted as he lets it go. And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football. First down for this offense. Movement here from the tight end. Leaves it with the back. He'll push his way out to the 38, pickup of 3. And the Yellow Jackets in the hurry-up. The Ramblin' Wreck and the Dogs have been fighting it out for a long time. You know, people forget Georgia Tech is a chump. And he can't escape, and down he goes. This pressure from the defensive front is overwhelming, much like when 3-time All-American David Pollock played on the Georgia defensive front. Whatever happened to that guy?
A washed-up old guy. I've heard bad things about that guy. But no, when you look at these defenses Georgia's had, these dominant defenses, man, it's just big, physical guys up front. You think about the Jordan Davises and the Trayvon Walkers of the recent past, just guys that dominate a football game. You have to know where they're at on every snap.
Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. New set of downs after that completion. They'll throw it on first down. Got it set up on the outside. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in second and manageable.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Finds the tight end, and he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
Out of the gun, the inside give. And he could not get loose on the run.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Throws to the wideout. Got it past the marker. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now a fresh set of downs.
Georgia heads to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
The pitch. Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
He's got his man in the back of the end zone, but he was a little too far out of the back. It's incomplete. This seems to be a chip shot field goal attempt and a routine 3 points, but they will go for it on 4th down. Trying play action. Dances away. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown Bulldogs!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up, keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he's coming out of the end zone. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone...
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. Timeout call by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Picks up just a few before he's brought down, not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And the ball comes to rest right there.
What a really good job by the punt team. Listen, you put all your speed, your athletes, a lot of starters are on these teams now in college football, and that's the reason why. You need these guys to go down, make plays, try to tackle these elusive guys in the open field. And, hey, even cause a turnover, that's just gravy.
Got his man on the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And the Dogs moving quickly to the line. They'll run play action. Escapes the sack. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. It's 1st and 10 from the 31.
Love that. Nice hands and also beautiful awareness by the receiver to make that grab inbounds.
Fires to the tight end. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
He's going to pass. Going to take a shot at this DB. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Throws to the tight end. It's complete. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. He wants to throw. He's taking the shot. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
Intentional grounding.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Lining up to convert third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Escapes trouble. Buys a little extra time. He chucks one out to the right. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
And on that third down play, there just wasn't any timing between the quarterback as an intended target. As a result, ball falls incomplete, setting up fourth.
I guess they believe the entire field is four-down territory. A bit of an odd choice, but they'll go for it on 4th and 12 miles. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He's got his man. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. Steps away to find some room. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, from Athens to Atlanta, there are some edgy folks and emotional fan bases in this always contentious battle between the Dogs and Yellow Jackets. And it's